So some of the answers to the question about industry and beauty are about leaving industry behind, are about making it softer, gentler, different materials. My answer is different. And I'm here to argue that the path to beauty in industry goes through making industry alive, not metaphorically, but structurally. I've been called an industrial romantic, but this is not about a romantic ideal. This is about ontology. So let me start from the ontology. There are two different kinds of companies in the world today. From the outside, they look exactly the same. They both have plants, they both produce things, they both have supply chains, they both have balance sheets. But those are not two embodiments of different strategy. Those are not embodiments of different positioning or business models. Those are two different kinds of beings. And they operate by different logic, they accumulate different capabilities, they have different metabolic rates, and they have different nervous systems. And evolutionary biology has a specific name for those two kinds of beings. On the one side, the ecological phenotype, and on the other side, the generative phenotype. So let me start with the ecological phenotype, because that's the one that we know. This is the industrial incumbents, the industrial corporation that we know. It is a triumph of the ecological phenotype. It has been built through decades of competition that has made it an apex predator. Its processes are tuned for efficiency. Its supply chains are geared toward cost. Its hierarchies are set to define command. And don't get me wrong, they're generally impressive. If you look at automotive industry, in the automotive industry, coordinating thousands of suppliers. If you look at the chemical industry, it's about running continuous networks of reactors. If you look at pharmaceutical, it is navigating regulatory across continents. This takes decades of years of experience, and it's really an achievement. On the other side, there is the second kind, which is nascent. It's being currently configured, and it's not built to extracting value out of existing arrangements. It is built and designed to generate new arrangements, new technologies, new processes, new supply chains. It is configured to evolve, its capability to evolve. Let it see. It's configured to evolve, its capability to evolve. It does not just create new things, it creates new ways of creating things. The machinery that produces change gets constantly better at producing change. This is the industrial embodiment of the generative phenotype. But the generative phenotype is not much surprising, it's much more the future. And the present is characterized by the ecological phenotype. And here is where the problem lies. Because the ecological phenotype, taken as it is adaptation without evolution. What does this mean? This means that the incumbent is superbly adapted to the current environment, but it has traded away its capacity to adapt to a different one. This concretely means that by default, it tends toward maximum extraction because it doesn't know how to adapt to a new environment and forget about creating a new environment, a new world. And we need to understand this. This is not a failure of effort. This is a property of the being that it is. So let's go back to the discussion about beauty. And very often in a room like this, when we talk about beauty in industry, it's about slowing things down. It's about making things more handcrafted. It's about going back to the ancient times. And I understand this instinct because speed very often in industrial context means maximum extraction. It means cutting corners, externalizing costs, racing to the bottom. And as we've seen, maximizing extraction is one of the characteristics of the ecological phenotype. But there is a different kind of speed. There is the speed of a forest growing. There is the speed of an organism of an immune system that is learning to deal with a new pathogen. This is not the speed of extraction. This is the speed of life. And I'm here to say that a beautiful industrial company is not a slow one, is an alive one. It's an alive one where this is possible because of the generative phenotype and its capability to evolve, its capability to evolve. But what is the breadth of such a being? What is its animus? The moving spirit that makes the body more than the sum of its parts. The animus of this kind of company is not what you might expect from such a stage. It's not craft, it's not slowness, it is not the return to an ancestral way. It is cynical. You're right, it's cynical. The breadth of this industrial organism is its AI substrate. The symbiosis between people and machines that make this organism think faster than anyone in it. So when I'm asked about what we're doing at Arsenal, I'm very careful with my answer. We're not building a better company. We're not building better supply chains. We're not building a better way of doing things in a more sustainable way. We're building a different kind of being with its generative phenotype. And the breadth of that being, its animus, does not come from the outside. It does not arrive on its own. His animus is not given. It is forged. What it carries is forged. Whether it carries beauty is forged by us. Beauty in industry is not an inheritance. It is not an inheritance. I want to emphasize this. It is a discipline. It is work. The question is not whether industry will change. It will. The question is what kind of being it will become and what we forge into its breath. Thank you.